Welcome back, Bulldogs fans. It's Mercede Jamieson here, your host for the Bulldogs Cribs style videos. Today, we're going to be checking out the Bulldogs Training Center. Come along in, let's check it out. Today, we're checking out the Bulldogs Training Center. I'm here with Kevin today, the director of the Bulldogs Training Center. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. All right, are you going to show us around your place?
Yeah, I guess so. Let's do it. All right, I guess we can start right here. So this is our reception area. This is where you come in. When we have people coming in for drop-in workouts, you just check in on our iPad here. Over in this corner here, we've got our Spark skate sharpener. So we do skate sharpening for $8 a piece or $8 a pair, which is really good because as we'll see when we get in, we've got a skate treadmill, which tends to dull some skates, so it's a really good option to kind of have here in-house for people once they go on there. So another feature we have here is a yoga room, which really is kind of just like a multi-purpose studio, but for the Bulldogs purposes, they use it as a yoga studio a couple times a week. So this is just through kind of our reception area, and looks like we've got a few yogis in here doing their poses. But we fit the full Bulldogs team in here, so we have space for about 25 mats. And like I said, it's, we use it for yoga, but really it's kind of a multi-purpose room you could kind of use for anything if you wanted to do team building.
You'll get the
dance,
whole team in here then.
anything, yeah.
Nice.
So you can fit, a decent amount of people in here, and we will be opening this up to other groups and teams if they want to rent this space out too.
All right, well, thanks for showing us the yoga room. Now I think we're gonna go back into there and check some more stuff out.
We always put our schedule up on the board here just because we have a lot of team training and stuff like that comes in. So I like to have it here just for those members who come in for workouts, just so they can kind of plan accordingly when we have teams in here and it gets a little more hectic. That way they can kind of work around those groups and stuff like that. So
got some lockers here.
Yeah, so we've got just basically like day use lockers. So a lot of people will just use these to put their phone, keys, wallet, whatever they want. We do have a female locker room up front, and then we have a men's locker room kind of in the back, which both have lockers in them as well, but a lot of people kind of just come dressed ready to go to work
Drop your
out.
stuff and go.
Throw your jacket in, keys, wallet, whatever, and then you're straight to it.
Awesome. All right, so we got lots of treadmills, got a rowing machine.
So this area here is kind of like our cardio area, and then all along the outside we've got all of our machines. So we've got our big cable machine in the middle, but like I said, it's pretty much kind of just our cardio area. We do a lot of, when we have teams in, usually we'll split them up into groups and kind of have one group over on the turf area, one group in here kind of doing a cardio or weight circuit, depending on kind of what we want them to work on. But yeah, all this stuff, pretty self-explanatory. Walk on the treadmill, ride the bike sort of thing. And then as we come over this way, it kind of gets a little bigger. So we've got our big turf area here, which we actually just expanded. You can kind of see where the turf changes back there. So we added about an extra 40 feet of space, which is a huge help for us when we have larger groups in here and teams and whatnot. So we can put groups back there and still have all this space for people who want to come in and just do their own workout, or we can even split the group up and have half the group down here, half the group over there. So just provides a lot of flexibility for us when we have different groups in and whatnot.
You guys just did this expansion here, right?
Yeah, so we pretty much just opened it at the start of December for the most part. It still needs a little bit of loving in the back there and a little bit of organizing, but once we get that, put some mirrors up, organize the equipment a little better, it should be really good. But at the moment it's functional for when we have teams in, so we do use the space, but needs a little bit of love and care before it's 100% ready to go. So
pushing weights up and down this, hey?
Yeah. One day we'll get you, we'll do a sled push all the way from there to the end.
Perfect. Sounds great. Okay, what else do we got kind of going on down here for
all
our
right,
equipment?
so over here is more of like our free weight section. So we've got 3 squat racks, we've got like our easy bar barbells, and then we've got all of our like dumbbells, benches, all that sort of stuff. So this would be essentially all your free weight exercises which are kind of a good alternative to if you don't like using the machines, if you like having a little bit more freedom in your movements and stuff like that. So we've got kettlebells. Over here we've got leg press, couple bench presses, and then in the back corner there, I've kind of set that up as just like a stretching / warm-up area, because that was something before the expansion that we didn't really have, and kind of noticed that was a need, because a lot of times people would use the turf area as their warm-up stretching space, but if people were trying to do sprints or sled pushes or something, it would kind of get in the way. So I wanted to save at least kind of a little 15 by 15 foot area to set up some mats and just kind of have as a stretching area.
It looks great in here.
Yeah, thank you. And
a lot more room.
We also have this machine here, which is
what do we got going here? We got this little
Pilates
machine.
It's quite the piece of machinery. So this is a true movement machine. So it's a company based out of Edmonton. They work with athletes of all sports, but I think they specifically started kind of working with hockey players, and they've become really big now, working with lots of junior teams, NCAA teams, and even NHL teams that have kind of adopted this as a part of their training. So I know you mentioned like Pilates. It is similar. I know if you asked
I was gonna say
Aaron,
I do Pilates, but this is a little bit more crazy than
yeah.
what I go
If
to
you
on a
asked
regular
Aaron from
Tuesday.
True Movement, she would say it's vastly different from a Pilates machine. So there's a lot of different stuff that you can do on here, mobility-wise, flexibility-wise, and even strength-wise. And it's all basically spring-loaded. So on the bottom here, basically you just load up whichever spring. They all have different kind of weight.
Kind of similar to your regular Pilates machine, just a little bit more heavy duty.
Yeah, exactly. So you kind of load it up with the proper amount of weight that you want to do. You could do squats, jump squats, lots of different things in terms of mobility, stretching out your hips, hamstrings. The other nice thing is they have basically a fully loaded app where you can go on and they have YouTube videos of how to use it and everything, because it is a pretty specialized piece of equipment where you kind of have to know what you're doing on there. So, but this is kind of an investment that we made with the team last year. And now that we've got the expansion, we actually have room to have it as part of our gym. So it's nice to have this for when the players come in. We can start utilizing that a little bit more, working on their mobility and like I said, even their strength a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're gonna have to catch somebody on this soon. We see the boys getting a little bit of a workout and see how this machine works. But you guys heard it here first. Hockey players do Pilates, everyone. They do Pilates. All right, so now we checked out the green space, the free weights, the hockey Pilates machine. We're gonna go forward and check out the shooting room, and I think we have a skate treadmill coming up.
That's right. So we'll go into the shooting room here first. So we'll just tuck in this way.
Shooting room rules, everyone.
Yeah, shooting room rules. Make sure you read those before you come in. But this is a great space, and I think it, makes our facility unique in terms of, you can't go to a larger gym or whatever and find a shooting room or a skate treadmill. So it kind of gives us that, hockey specificity and hockey feel. It's really great, honestly, for like a warm up before your workout. I know a lot of the Bulldogs guys like to come in here and shoot pucks for about 10 minutes. Kind of gets your blood flowing a little bit. And you obviously get to work on your shot while you're in here, which is awesome. Also through here, we also have our men's locker room is just through this door. So we have a little hallway. And then down on the end on the left, we've got a locker room with a couple showers and more lockers.
Nice.
You just gotta make sure you don't get hit by a puck while you're coming through, but usually it's pretty low traffic, so.
Yeah, there's marks everywhere.
Yeah, that's something you can't really avoid, I feel like, in a room like this, but I mean,
we're not here for the aesthetic purpose.
for all the parents out here, just realize this could be your basement. So
yeah,
it's better that you bring them in here and mess up our room as opposed to your own house, right?
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, I'm sure a lot of parents appreciate that.
Yeah. While we're in here, do you want to show me your wrist shot?
We'll both go.
We'll both go? Okay.
Okay, let me see your best shot first.
My best shot, okay.
Yeah.
Where am I aiming?
Wherever.
Wherever, all right. Oh, I didn't even hit the net. I feel like that's bad. There we go.
Crossbar, okay. In heels too.
Pretty good.
Hey, that was pretty
Got some
good,
air
right?
time on that one.
Let's go again.
Oh,
See, getting some air.
you know what? That's gonna go in on some goalie. Some goalie's gonna let that one in.
I have hockey player brothers, all right? Okay, so we checked out the shooting room. What's next? We have the skating treadmill. You want to show me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we've got our skating treadmill here. Got our chairs up front here to put your skates on and all that. This, really makes us unique in the sense that I think, we're the only place in central Alberta that has a skating treadmill. I think otherwise you're probably going to either Edmonton or Calgary to find a different one. So it's really great tool for learning like skating fundamentals and just working on your stride. It's also a heck of a workout. So usually we do our skating sessions in like 30-minute increments. And I can personally attest that 30 minutes is like more than enough to be on there because you will be sweating and huffing and puffing. We basically have 4 connectors here, 4 harnesses that we can use to connect and have 4 athletes go at once. So you can have anywhere from 1 to 4 kids kind of running at once. Sometimes when we have teams,
it just kind of rotates here then, hey?
Yeah, essentially. So usually we'll start everybody on this side over here. They'll come on, do their thing for 20, 30 seconds, pop off, and kind of go to the back of the line over here. So when we have teams and larger groups in, that's kind of how we run it, and anywhere from like 15 to 30 minutes, and usually it gets a pretty good workout.
How fast do you usually get going on this?
It all depends on the skill level. It goes up to 19.9, which I think is in miles per or kilometers per hour. So it does get humming pretty quick, but usually we kind of stick anywhere from like the 5 to 15 range, depending on skill level. But it also kind of has a nice feature of you can raise it up and lower it. So unlike skating on an ice rink, we can set it up so that you're actually skating on an incline, which is a really great workout. And it basically goes up to like 10% of incline, which is quite a bit, but I know a lot of kids aren't really used to skating uphill, so it's interesting to get them on here and kind of work on, their leg strength and their cardio.
Talk about cardio.
Oh yeah, cardio for sure. So it's just nice to have that feature along with different speeds. And then depending on how you kind of want to run your session, you can work on, your acceleration. If you want to work on your cardio, you can kind of just do a bag skate, like I said. And when you get that incline going, it really works on the power and stuff like that.
So how much are your players using this treadmill, you would say, per week, let's say?
Yeah, so I would say probably about half the teams that come in here, like minor hockey teams, like to use it during their sessions.
Yeah.
Some of them just come in and do dry land or just dry land and shooting sort of thing, but we do have about half the teams. I find typically it's kind of the younger kids who don't quite have their stride fully developed yet. A lot of the coaches and parents like to have those kids on here to just work on those fundamentals of, really lengthening out their stride and keeping their knees bent. So those are just really good, easy cues to kind of tell kids when they're on here, is just to keep their knees bent and really try to like push their legs out as far as they can. And the nice part is like you can just hang on to this, you're strapped in, you're not going to go anywhere if you fall. So it's a perfect practice tool to kind of work on that sort of stuff. So yeah, so this is kind of the main thing for the Bulldogs guys. We kind of have them on here. Some guys come on like once every week or once every 2 weeks or something like that. Kind of depends on like what the coaches want them to work on and stuff like that. But we do have even guys from the Bulldogs that come on here and kind of work every once in a while too. So,
well, if you're looking for a skate treadmill in Central Alberta, Bulldogs Training Center is where you want to come to find that.
That's right.
All right, Kevin. Well, thank you so much for showing me around your guys' facility. It's a beautiful facility. There's lots of different aspects between the treadmill, the shooting room, the green turf. It's a huge gym. It's a great place.
Yeah, it's great that we have a lot of options. So, whether you're a minor hockey player who wants to come work on their shot or work on their stride, or even just come work on, building their strength, their speed, it's great for that. But it's also a great option for, whether you're a parent or someone who wants to come during the day and get a workout in. It's nice that we kind of have that flexibility where You know, we're here to train athletes and work with athletes, but we also have that ability to kind of just be a local gym.
And personable, right? It's
yeah,
a big thing
exactly,
too. Like
yeah.
you feel comfortable when you walk in here. Every time I've walked in this place, everybody's very kind and, you know, asking you how your day is, and it's little things like that that go a long way for people. So.
Yeah, we certainly try to be very friendly and very accommodating. You know, if you have any questions about specific exercises or workouts, our staff are always willing to come help and provide tips and feedback and whatnot. So we want to provide that, you know, kind of comfortable place that people want to come to, because sometimes going to the gym is a little intimidating. So we want to be nice, friendly, and personable, and just, you know,
Make it a
be
safe
the place.
space.
Yeah, make it a safe space for people to come work out, whether you're an athlete or someone who just wants to lose weight, or someone who's just likes to work out because they like to work out.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much again for showing us the training center, and thank you, Bulldogs fans, for following us along on our crib style videos. We have some more coming soon.